Now at 6, justice for the family of 13-year-old Hania Aguilar. After pleading guilty today, the man responsible for murdering her used a homemade key to try to avoid being held responsible for the crime. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Deborah Morgan.
And I'm Gerald Owens. In his first attempt to escape, Michael McLellan tried to break out of his handcuffs on the way to the Robeson County Courthouse, but the key got stuck. His second attempt happened on his way back to Central Prison when a second key worked, but he was eventually subdued. WRAL Sky 5 was overhead as McLellan walked back into Central Prison, the place he will call home to begin serving his life sentence, in the same suit he was wearing when he left the courthouse.
We have team coverage tonight, including what this new plea means for the family. We begin with WRAL's Destiny Patterson, live with how authorities say McLellan tried to escape twice today. Destiny?
McLellan is now here in the Central Prison in a higher security unit. As you mentioned, he tried to escape not once, but twice. He got the closest to actually escaping along I-40 on his way here. In fact, the sheriff says that McLellan yelled out at one point, "It's going to be a good day," during his struggle with deputies.
The attempted escapes of convicted murderer Michael McLellan culminated here on I-40. Sky 5 and Broadcastify radio traffic captured the aftermath.
The prisoner has overtaken a prison guard and has his weapon. The murder suspect used extreme caution.
Both before and after pleading guilty in court to kidnapping and killing 13-year-old Hania Aguilar, McLellan tried to run from the consequences.
He has nothing to lose at this point.
This is what McLellan used in his attempts to escape both times. The sheriff says he made a key before his transport that he then used to try to remove his handcuffs. The sheriff believes he had multiple keys on him and evidently knew how to hide them well.
His clothes were searched. The clothes that they wanted him to be switched into, civilian clothes, they were searched.
On the way back from court, McLellan's second attempt caused the transport vans to crash. That's because McLellan successfully used the key to free himself, reached through an opening in the plexiglass, and managed to get a hold of one of the deputies' guns.
He puts his hand right there where the officer's weapon is. He's a right-handed officer. And he was able to hit the latch that undoes the gun in the holster and actually had control of the weapon.
The deputy slammed on his brakes and struggled with McLellan to regain control of the weapon until another deputy pepper sprayed McLellan. Our cameras were rolling when authorities delivered McLellan back to Central Prison. He was wearing the same suit and tie he wore to court this morning.
The sheriff says that the transport cars are checked multiple times a day, so that means that that key had to be made before McLellan went into court this morning. And the sheriff also says that McLellan had nothing to lose today, so his team knew that McLellan could try to escape. Destiny Patterson, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
A lot of questions about those escape attempts. Thank you, Destiny. Brian Schrader's in the WRAL Live Center. Brian, those two escape attempts happened in different counties.
Yeah, I want to map it all out for you tonight, Gerald. We mentioned those two attempts. The first one was between Central Prison in Raleigh and the Robeson County Courthouse there in Lumberton. And then after that hearing around 11 o'clock this morning, as they were taking McLellan back to Central Prison, that second attempt on I-40 near 210 in western Johnston County near McGee's Crossroads. That picture from Sky 5 showing where that attempt ended. And of course, then McLellan now back at Central Prison. So that is the escape angle of this story. Let's talk about what happened in the courtroom this morning. WRAL's Heidi Kirk is live in Lumberton. And Heidi, finally tonight, justice for Hania.
And Brian, it's hard to put into words the emotion here inside the Robeson County courtroom earlier today as Aguilar's friends and family came together to put this years-long case to an end.
This is how Hania Aguilar will always be remembered.
That December of that year, she was supposed to get her braces off.
At just 13 years old, her memory is frozen in time.
We had been talking about her quinceañera. She'd wanted a yellow dress. But instead, that December, she had a funeral, and she was buried in a yellow dress.
Aguilar's cousin, Odalis Vasquez Gomez, is close to Hania's age. She sat on the bench in court among other friends and family as Michael McLellan pleaded guilty to Hania's 2018 kidnapping, rape, and murder in Lumberton. There were lots of hugs and kisses going around as the verdict was announced, sentencing McLellan to life in prison. Hanya's mother spoke with us through an interpreter, remembering the things she loved most about her daughter.
Her presence, her energy, her smile.
McLellan took the stand in court, addressing the family directly.
He did stand and say he was sorry to the family, and certainly we are. I can't imagine what they've been through, the death of a 13-year-old. But he did say that he was sorry.
While it won't bring her back, many say justice has been served.
It's been very hard, and it's going to keep being hard. But I have a little bit more peace today now that I know that justice has been served.
And here's something that really sticks with me. Lots of family members and friends of Aguilar say that the holiday season is one of the hardest for them. They're coming up on the 6th anniversary that they have celebrated the holidays without her. It's just an absolutely heartbreaking story all around. Heidi Kirk, WRL News, live in Lumberton.
Very true. Thank you, Heidi. This is one of several push notifications we sent on this story today. We sent several more with each development, including when sources confirmed McLellan tried to escape. Download the WRL News app to be the first to know about breaking news. It's free.